Alright, so this is American Canyon High School Aquatic Center. It was built in 2010, and I've been working here now this is my second swim season with the team in the school. I have also currently been the head boys water polo coach and am the varsity swim coach. Alright, here we stand at the main entrance to American Canyon High School. Directly to the south, you can see that we have a housing development. Directly to the west, we have another housing development. All right. Now there are four entrances to this facility, this school. This one being the main one behind me. There's also one a few yards that way. There's another one back over here for our buses, and then there's another side gate over there allowing access to another road. Now up here we have the main entrance to the school itself. To the left you'll see an administration building. Then you'll see the big AC logo on the side of the gym, where we have our basketball courts and other athletic events held there. And then directly next to that, off to the right, is our aquatic center, and directly next to that is our football field. Alright, directly behind me you'll see our parking lot, where we have two sections, one for teachers and then one side for students. But during an athletic event, you can see it just becomes one large parking lot that can be used by anybody. And we have several hundreds of parking spots for the facility itself. Coming in, here's the main gate and first entrance into the pool. Now our pool is 16 lanes, 25 yards by 40 meters. It ranges from 3.5 feet deep at this end all the way to 13 feet deep at the far end. Currently we keep the pool covered. The reason we cover the pool is for efficiency, power efficiency. Our heater is run on gas. It is not run on an electric motor, it's run on gas, so by covering it, we help to maintain insulation in the pool and keep it nice and warm for our patrons and members to use. Now the facility has one diving board. It's a 1 meter springboard. We did have a 3 meter springboard at one point, until it was removed, and it was removed due to a California high school law as to not allowing 3 meter springboards on pool decks to prevent injury of its students. Other things you will notice around the pool is we have 3 lifeguard stands that can be wheeled and moved as needed and used in any event that is requiring lifeguards. We also currently have 4 water polo cages for when it's water polo season. Currently we are in the swim season in California, and in the fall time when it's water polo season, you'll see the lane lines in the water removed and set up more for a water polo use than a swimming use. You'll see the flags, colors black and gold obviously for our school colors. Those are up during swim season due to the fact that when swimming backstroke, obviously students and swimmers need some kind of notification as to when and where the wall will be coming. Alright, down here, this is where our deepest part of the pool is. You'll see by the tiles marked on the side of the pool that this is 13 feet deep, and it is because of that we have our diving board here, or pool suite, so that in case anything gets in the pool, we can clean it out to make sure that keeping the facility clean. Over here, this black panel on the side of our pool deck is what runs our scoreboard. It can control the scoreboard for water polo, diving, and or swimming. This connects to a computer that we have in storage, as well as a timing system that we can keep in storage. All this stuff connects right here at this instrument panel and runs the scoreboard on the far side of the pool. The scoreboard is a 10-lane scoreboard that'll record place, time in the event of swimming, and it will also record scores for a diving meet or scores for a water polo game. Behind each of our lanes, you'll see that we have connections for timing systems that we need in the event of swimming. Everything connects into these little pads, and those pads connect directly to the instrument panel on the wall, which in turn connects directly to the scoreboard on the side of the pool. Currently we have 9 starting blocks in, but we have up to 10 lanes or 10 starting blocks on hand, and we have up to 12 lanes that we can put these starting blocks in. Alright, over here you can see we have 2 more gates, 2 more entrances. These are both easily accessed by a handicapped person. Most of these gates are used for the school and PE classes that come in here during the school hours. That way they don't have to go out to the parking lot and the main entrance. They just come in here directly from the school. Alright, these are our lane line reels. So when the water polo is in use of the facility, we stack the lane lines up on these, so that way it keeps things out of the way and keeps the deck nice and organized and clutter-free. You'll see right there we also have a shed that's going to be in the works of being built as far as for our storage. Alright, as you can see, the surrounding area of the pool is made up of primarily blacktop basketball courts that's utilized by school, and currently you can see patrons of the community having access to this area and coming out here and playing basketball on their own. You'll see in the back we also have solar panels. Those solar panels connect to the electricity of the school. However, those solar panels do not actually run anything at the pool. Our pool heater is gas powered, so those electric panels don't do anything aside from lighting for our facility. Over here you'll see the football field and the soccer field, the track as well, and in between us and the track you'll see a fire lane that can be accessed by any sort of emergency personnel and can get access to either side of the football field as well as either side of our baseball and softball fields. Alright, across the pool on the side of the main gate you'll see we have a 5-row stadium seating bleachers. The issue that arises with these bleachers is that they are bolted down to the ground, and unfortunately with small holes and cracks in the bleachers, items such as trash, water bottles, and anything else can fall in between the cracks, and the only way to get those out is by crawling in from one side and crawling all the way down. Now, had they installed bleachers that slid or moved, it would have provided easier access to cleaning and keeping things neat. Alright, here we have the main office to the facility. This is where coaches can stand and meet with swimmers, store things, store items that are needed, or important paperwork. This is also where we take admittance to the facility and events that are held here. And inside we also have access to stuff for a snack bar. This door is accessed by a keypad or a key card that is electronically coded to this door and only this door. Inside, you'll see the standard office supplies, the desk, the cabinets, as well as we have a sink in here, a microwave, and behind that door we also have a refrigerator. Inside here you can see lots of cabinets for storage. Most of the time the storage is used for foods for the snack bar, papers for the teams and the coaches in here, or in some instances equipment. Back behind this door we have the touch pads that plug into the wall in each lane and allow for a better and more accurate timing system. This black box that you see is our announcer's PA system, and then along with inside this room you'll see a refrigerator and shelves to store various items. This room also has access to the roof and the vent that maintenance person needs to access the roof. They do show through this room. Alright, here we have our women's locker room. This is one of two. Obviously we have one for the women, one for the men. The men is on the other side. Here we have two showers. We have two showers located on this side, directly next to the women's locker room. And on the other side we have two showers as well located for the men. However, right now the only working showers are these two here. Entering the women's locker room, we have 34 lockers, 2 large lockers for handicap access, and 32 normal size lockers where students and swimmers can store their equipment. Over here, adjacent to the lockers, we have our restrooms where we have 5 stalls. We have 3 sinks and 2 air dryers. Directly across from our women's locker, we have a storage closet where currently it holds pool noodles, water polo balls, aqua belts, as well as lifeguard tubes, along with other various objects. In this room, we also have the lights for the interior of the pool can be turned on in this room. Here we have our scoreboard, and directly beneath the scoreboard we have many mandatory signs that are required from emergency or rules or just general information that needs to be attended to at this facility. And these signs need to be posted in order to comply with California state laws. Here we have the boys' locker room. Which is very similar to the females, aside from having 3 urinals and 2 stalls. Everything else is still the same. Now, one issue we have had with this facility, or this room itself, is that there are no ventilation fans. You'll see that we have 2 windows in here, one on the side of the stalls and one on the side of the lockers. However, both of those windows do not open and can create quite a stench in here when you are dealing with a bunch of high school boys. Exiting the facility, or exiting the men's locker room, you'll see our cleaning closet where we have all our chemicals stored. We also have a shower in there in case somebody is doused with some kind of contaminated fluid or chemical. It's also used as a drain for draining any kind of cleaning solutions. Alright, over here we have one shed currently built, and as I said earlier, we have one shed packaged up that has yet to be built. But these sheds contain equipment for the water polo and swim team, and is locked at all times. This blue tarp that you'll see is covering a handicap access chair lift. This chair is enabled for any patrons that are in need of assistance entering and exiting the pool. For the most part, this remains unused due to the fact that there are not many handicapped patrons accessing or requesting use of this facility. Alright, coming down this way, this is one of our other side entrances to the pool. This is kind of a emergency exit. Down the stairway leads to our pump room. In here you can see this is our pump room. We've got 5 large filters that continuously clean the pool and make sure it's up to code. Over here to this side, we have a digital readout that will tell us the temperature, the pH balance, or even the parts per million of chlorine in the water. Over to the opposite side, we have the heater, 2 large heaters that heat the pool continuously and keep it up to standard regulating temperature. Alright, in the wintertime, when it is darker earlier, we have 4 large stadium lights with each 2 lights each to help light up the pool deck. Now the issue that arises when we need the lights is that the light switch to these large lights are not actually located on the pool deck. However, they are located outside the deck, around the corner, which I will show you now. Alright, here is the electrical room for all things electrical associated with the pool. In here, you'll see all the electrical equipment. This panel here is where we can turn on and off the lights. This key has 3 settings. It has off, on, and auto. However, recent discoveries found that this facility does not have the capabilities of having automatic timers for the lights. And so the only way to turn them on or off is in this room and this key.